It's Wednesday, March 20th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, Smith Drive in Armstrong once again open to traffic. The street was closed for almost 24 hours while police dealt with what turned out to be an IED. Darren Henshaw brings us that story from Armstrong.
RCMP have confirmed that a suspected grenade found Tuesday evening in Armstrong was in fact an improvised explosive device. The bomb squad was called in Wednesday morning to take care of the device, and police are not sure why it was put there or when. The device was noticed around 5 p.m. Tuesday evening, prompting police to close off a section of Smith Drive and evacuate area businesses. Bernd Klela runs One Stop Auto across the street from where the device was found.
The truck came in and he noticed this device, and then a couple minutes later we saw RCMP showing up. And we didn't know what's going on. So then after a while, we walked over and the officer showed us the device. And it looks like a hand grenade out of the Second World War II. And it was wrapped around, some cloth was wrapped around and some wires hanging out there. And so that's all what we saw. And then we needed to step back.
An avalanche on Silver Star Mountain has sent one skier to hospital. The avalanche occurred about noon Wednesday on a double black diamond run on Putnam Creek. Officials at the hills say warming temperatures caused an isothermal avalanche. The backside of the mountain around Putnam Creek will be closed until further notice. It could be a record-breaking day throughout the Okanagan. After near-record low temperatures throughout February, we could be in store for some record-breaking highs. Meteorologist Carmen Hart says Kelowna, Vernon and Penticton could all break temperature records. Today, Vernon's record of 15.6 degrees dates all the way back to 1915. Emergency crews at YLW were ready for a small aircraft with 3 people on board that ran into engine problems Wednesday morning. An incoming 370 Cessna landed without incident. Emergency crews, including 4 fire trucks from the Kelowna Fire Department, were released from the scene. Airport spokesperson Jessica Hewitt says the pilot had advised air traffic control of a mechanical issue. Police are asking for the public's help in finding the suspect in a stabbing in downtown Kelowna Tuesday. Members of the Downtown Kelowna Association found a man on the 1600 block of Ellis Street suffering from an apparent stab wound to the abdomen shortly after 4:30 Tuesday afternoon. Stabbing apparently happened about 10 minutes earlier on the 400 block of Leon Avenue. Potential cannabis retail businesses in Osoyoos will pay $500 for a business license, making it one of the cheaper places in the South Okanagan to operate such a business. Osoyoos Council voted Monday to pass the new bylaw. It had already been through 3 readings and much discussion, during which some council members objected to the fee on the grounds that it is much higher than a standard liquor store license, which they viewed as comparable. RCMP in our province confirmed 2 teenagers died when the car they were in slid off a road in southeastern BC and tumbled into a frigid river. RCMP Sergeant Chad Barty said the Volkswagen Beetle was recovered Tuesday from the Ponderay River near Trail, about 600 kilometers east of Vancouver. All eyes pointed to the sky in downtown Kelowna Tuesday as the tower crane of the Ella development was raised by more than 100 feet. Construction on the 20-story mixed retail and residential tower began in January of last year, and 11 stories have gone up to date. On Tuesday, crews spent the day inserting additional sections into the crane, raising it up to an additional 110 feet, which will allow for work on the remaining floors. Well, Tuesday's federal budget didn't get the Kelowna Chamber of Commerce too fired up. There was one item that caught their interest. It had to do with interprovincial trade, a hot-button topic in the Okanagan. The Liberals intend to remove federal requirements that called for alcohol moving from one province to another to be sold to the Liquor Control Board. Another defection from the federal Liberal caucus. MP Selina Cesar Chavan says she will now sit as an independent. She's been a vocal supporter of Jody Wilson-Raybould and Jane Philpott, two cabinet ministers who recently resigned over the SNC-Lavalin affair. Vernon-based pot for pets company True Leaf Medicine International has expanded its distribution to 3,500 stores worldwide with the addition of retailer Pet Planet. The company, which has its main growing facility in Lumby, made the announcement Wednesday at the Global Pet Expo in Orlando, Florida. Okanagan weather continued sunny and hot with highs to 16 through Friday. Coming up tonight and tomorrow, potential cannabis retailers finally get to come before City Council in Kelowna, and West Kelowna prepares for flooding. For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.